Mortared stone walls like this one have been built all over the world for thousands of years. The Romans built them from around 300 BCE using lime mortar and concrete. This wall is being built in almost exactly the same way using quartzite, concrete, rebar, and mortar to bind the stones together. The mortar we use is basically a refined version of what ancient masons used. It's a mix of Portland cement, sand, water, and a plasticizer to make it easier to work with. The type of mortar we use is type S because it has high strength with a little bit of flexibility. We use a variety of sizes to build a wall, but as a general rule, the biggest rocks are put on the bottom to form the base layer because they carry the most weight. But we try to use larger stones in the middle and sometimes on top, so the design looks more natural. If you use too many of the same size or shape stones next to one another, the wall can start to look too uniform. Small stones are great because they fill in gaps and help keep the joints tight, but they also add little bits of color throughout the wall. It takes a lot of practice to build a wall that's both strong and also looks good. You have to pick stones that fit tight together but also aren't too uniform and have good color. The design has to look random even though the mason is intentionally choosing and placing each stone for a reason. It takes a lot of masonry skill and a good artistic eye to get the shape and color just right. When stones don't fit together naturally, they can be shaped with a steel chisel and mallet. Stones are marked with a pencil or marker and then shaped with a chisel. No saw blades or power tools are used because saw cuts look unnatural. It's actually pretty easy to shape a stone because hard rock like quartzite is brittle, so it's easy to crack along a straight line. Then a hammer is used to soften up the edges a little bit because you don't want edges that are too sharp. A string line is used to mark the top of the wall. It's really important to set your string perfectly level and at the right height, so take your time with this step. Any stone that touches the string is marked and cut before being installed. Once you lay the stone, its top should sit in line with the string. The top stones are less forgiving than the rest of the wall because they really need to be perfect, especially if you're using a capstone. If it's off by even a small amount, mark the stone again and chisel it down until it matches the string, or just cut a new stone.